All right, so I'm so glad that you're looking at this campaign. I would love for you to literally go in and add it to your Slap like 10 times, once a month. You should be doing this ideally all the time. And joking aside, literally, I'd love for you to do this once a month. So at least once a quarter, at least add it in once per quarter. And what this campaign is about is doing a calendar audit. It doesn't take a lot of time. But it's based on the basic core premise of our methodology of SLAP, right? Which is the cash flow capacity catch 22. So if you remember back to when you built your SLAP, we taught you about the cash flow capacity catch 22, which the basic theory is we don't have enough time, or we feel like we don't have enough time and money. And so when you talk to any business owner on the planet and you say to them, how are you? When you ask enough questions, we will respond in some way, shape, or form by saying, oh my gosh, I wish I had more time. Oh my gosh, I wish I had more money, right? Capacity, cash flow. And the irony is that we oftentimes feel like we need more money to create more time to create more money, and growth requires the investment of time and money, right? So this is the conundrum of the cash flow capacity catch 22. So the theory of SLAP, right? The theory of all the things that we all work on together is that the business owners that are successful are the ones who are the most on purpose about how they spend their time and their money, right? And as we talk a lot about, right? Every time you spend $1 of your time or a minute, dollar, no, that's not right. Every time you spend $1 of your money or a minute of your time, it has to be in alignment with your SLAP statement. It has to be connected to the overall strategy, right, that you're building against, that you're building your business towards, right? So if I'm going to spend any money or any time, right, I need to know that it's going to help me, sell more slaps to James on a global scale, right? That's my SLAP statement. So a calendar audit is this really simple process where you literally open your calendar and you literally say, okay, I created a time budget when I built my SLAP. I know, right, what my SLAP statement is. I know what I do. I know who I do it for. I know the scale I do it on. And so when I look at my calendar, when I look literally at where all my time has gone for the last 30 days, how much of that is in alignment with my SLAP statement and how much of it is not? How much of it is in alignment with my time budget and how much of it is not? And so it's not unlike doing a budget review, right? In a budget review, you say, okay, my budget was to spend X number of dollars in each of these categories. Now I'm going to look at where I spent all of my money, and I'm going to figure out what categories I overspent or I underspent in. Now, not that I want to, get to the punchline too quickly, but 99% of the time, what you'll discover when you're doing your calendar audit is that you're not spending as much time as you budgeted for business development. A lot of the activities that you were doing as business development, when you really reflect on them, really weren't business development, right? Your ideal client wasn't there. You didn't get a chance to talk about what you actually do. No new leads came from it. So it may have been sort of broad scale networking, but networking is not business development, right? Networking does not usually lead directly to outcomes. So in a lot of ways, a lot of networking is a waste of time, and sometimes a waste of money. So what we're going to discover when you do your calendar audit, more than likely, is that you've got tweaking you can do, right? You can optimize your time more. And that's actually hopeful, not depressing, right? So I don't want you to do your calendar audit and say, oh my God, I'm spending all my time dealing with emergencies and dealing with crazy clients and dealing with my family, and I wasted 27 hours going to useless networking things and Zoom events and webinars that didn't help me. I don't want you to do that. Instead, what I want you to do is say, okay, when I look at my calendar audit and when I look at the reality of my time versus my time budget and my SLAP statement, what can I learn, right? How do I optimize? Getting your time right is a lot like working out, right? And I always use this analogy with SLAP. If I want to get really fit, right? If I want to have a six pack, all right, so I'm going to have to do certain behavior over a sustained period of time, right? I I can't work out for 12 hours straight, automatically have a six pack, and then never work out again. That is not how real growth works. Real growth would require me to do something much less boring. It might feel much less inspiring, but I probably would need to, do 15 minutes of Pilates every day for 30 days, and then I might get my six pack, or 60 days, and then I might get my six pack. And then I would need to keep doing Pilates for 15 minutes every single day to keep my six pack. And business development and time optimization is just like that. You're not going to magically, perfectly get everything right. You're not going to instantly, have some big thing happen and then all of a sudden your calendar's perfect, your time is perfect, and your business is perfect. That's not how it works. But you need to do a little bit every day. And then some days you get off track, and then you get back on track, and then you tweak, and then you optimize, and then you learn, and then you grow. And then even when you get into flow, maybe you've gotten into flow because you've been slapping for a long time, or you've got a lot of structure in your life, you got to stay in flow, right? And you've got to keep optimizing and keep yourself on track. And when you sort of get off track, then get back on track. And it's that sort of human experience that all of us go through that make us normal and make us human. But the calendar audit is such a helpful tool because it just keeps reminding us of the truth. I'm a very structured person. I'm very organized, and I am very goals driven, very, 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 very. It's also true that I get off track. Everyone does. So when I do a calendar audit, it's just this sort of like, oh yeah, slap. It's just this, oh yeah, like, okay, great. Remember, Krissa, stop doing all those things that you do, right? So my time sucks. My obvious time sucks are I give a lot of my time away for free. I overcommit to sort of external causes. And then that prevents me from spending the time I might need to on my business. One of my time sucks is I get stuck in details. I'm really sort of, I don't know what the right word is, but I'm not a perfectionist, but I have such a detailed brain that I can get stuck in details that are ultimately not that helpful. So I know what my sucks are, right? I know what my patterns are that get me out of alignment with my time. But I still need to do that alignment audit because I still need to look at it in the face and say, oh yeah, okay, I'm doing that again. Or, oh, okay, I'm doing pretty good right now. How do I keep the right behavior so that I can keep building momentum in my business? So it's just such a helpful construct. It doesn't take a lot of time. There's no guilt or shame. It's not punishing. It's hopeful. It's helpful. And again, it's this reminder, if you remember from when you built your slab, one of my business advisors said to me, and it's always stuck out to me, it's so powerful, right? Time is the great equalizer. It is one of the only things that is actually sort of just in the world. We all have the exact same number of hours in a day. That's true. So if that's actually true, success often comes not for the people who are the smartest, like we think, but often it's to the people who are the most effective, who can use the time they have in the most effective and focused ways. And so that's what the calendar audit does for you. What is the most effective use of your time? Are you using your time in that way? And then how can you constantly learn and optimize and tweak and grow? And like I said, do this all the time. I try to do a calendar audit at least once a month and more often if I can. Enjoy, have fun with it.